not only hear what we do, but see it too. Each morning, Richard and I come out here to enjoy our coffee. Comes Richard now. Hi, honey.
Hi, hon.
Say hello to everybody.
Hola, everybody. Here we are doing our normal thing every morning. In Mexico, we're sitting on our patio here and drink our coffee or our Coke. Sometimes we drink coffee, sometimes we drink Coke. And we're enjoying ourselves every morning here. And
it's a tough life, but somebody's got to do it.
Right. Now, well, we're going to show you a little bit of the house and everything. So, since I have to man the camera, I'm going to get up and let Denise tell you a little bit about life here.
View from our patio, you can see the hills with the jungle covering it, and the beautiful flowers that are in bloom, bougainvillea, hibiscus, and our gorgeous tree full of wildlife off the edge of the patio. Richard and I call this our tree of life. As you can see, it's in bloom and it's got gorgeous red flowers on it. The tree is full of hummingbirds and butterflies and tanagers and all kinds of wildlife, iguana and myriad other animals. And we sit and watch through our binoculars and observe our tree of life each and every day. We should be able to see an iguana. They love to come out and sun themselves this time of day. Oh, look, up there. See? You can see it on the bright patch of sunlight in the palm tree. Entrance to our house. Come on in and I'll be glad to show you around. And as you come in, you can see that we have to buy purified bottled water to drink. And this is a double holder. You tip it over and it pours out. And you use this for everything. It's not that the water cannot be safely digested without bacteria and stuff. It's simply that it is very salty tasting. It's our bathroom. And we've got this gorgeous sunken tub so that we have both a tub and a shower available. And over here is the toilet and the sink with a mirror. And it sits right off the hallway across from the bathroom. It has an archway that opens up into the living room, so it's very spacious looking. And this is our chest of drawers we bought down here. It's all handmade.
You can see that we have two arches instead of doorways, as you can see here.
Off the bedroom is our living room. And you can see the couch is built in. It's out of cement, so you just put cushions on it. So are the tables. And we have our wall hanging that Richard bought me. And we watch a lot of movies. There's the VCR. Oh, this is the model of our restaurant in our house. Richard had put together and we brought down so that they could see what it is we wanted. And this is the restaurant area, the dining area, the kitchen's back here, baños here, and this is the house. It sits on top of Enrique's house right now. The living room is our dining room, and we've got, Richard and I bought the dining set and then had the piece of glass cut to put on it. And we've got our dishes sitting up here. These are the Palomar, our Mexican dishes. And then off of the dining room is the kitchen. And because the kitchen was not separated from the dining area, Richard and I bought a piece of furniture on sale and created our own divider here. So that's what you see. And it also gave us the storage space we needed. The sink is very deep. Let me put my arm in here so you can see. I'm touching the bottom of the sink now. So it holds a lot of water. Our refrigerator and microwave. The microwave has been invaluable. And of course our little stove over here. And works very well. Patio door, and it steps out onto a balcony. Outside I am growing a pot of ginger for the restaurant when we open. Starting my own biofat collection. This is an Oropenula nest that I've got, along with different shells and coral and things that I'm collecting. So I'm not falling down on my ecology job. up on the 4th story, and as you can see, you get quite a view of Banderas Bay. Our apartment sits on the 2nd story, to give you an idea of the height difference. Richard and I come up here to watch the boats, the view, and just to sun ourselves during the day. In the evening, the sunsets are spectacular from up here, and maybe later we can show you one of them. As you look out across the bay, Puerto Vallarta is directly in front of us, and down below you can see the yachts that have come into this little harbor to anchor and find safe harbor. As Richard pans around, you'll be able to see the tops of the roof and houses of La Cruz de Guanacaste. Guanacaste is a type of wood. It comes from the Guanacaste tree, and it is impervious to insects because the wood tastes very hot and peppery. So of course the locals love to use it for building things. Guanacaste is a typical fishing village. That's the main livelihood of the people in this town. As I say, this is a typical fishing village, and nowhere is there more evidence of this than when you look at the names of the streets. They are all named after seafood, mariscos. Some of them are obvious, such as delfin, but others aren't. Tiburon is the name of a street, and it means shark. We'll show you some of the examples.
We live on Dorado Street. The streets are named after seafood. This one here is Dorado, which is the name of a fish. And on the opposite side, which I'll show you in a minute, is Tiburon, which means shark. Tiburon Street. Now we're going to take a little walk down the city of Guanacaste, show you some of the sights here. So as we walk down the hill, we'll show you some of the scenery. Favorite spots here, I like to walk down this hill where we see these fishing boats here as they are kind of anchored to the shore, and in that little point that I'm panning over to right now, you can see a bunch of little boats right there. Those are the local fishermen, and they bring their catch in, and right at the corner right there is a little fish store. I can buy me a kilo, or approximately 2 1/8 pound of huachinango, otherwise known as a red snapper, for like $3 a pound. Looking for us in Guanacaste, they were very easy to find. You just go all the way down till you hit the ocean, and you turn up this road Tiburon, and there's a sign here which says for rents, it'll say suites, rooms, un zimmer, and it says Casa Los Arcos, and that's where we live. There's the local gringo hangout. It's called Dos Felipes. It's owned by a Canadian. His name is Blur, and Rosalie is his wife. And going into the restaurant right now is Felipe, who is the Mexican partner. This is where most of the Americans hang around. He also built on the opposite side, which I'll show you, a little barbecue area. Barbecue area that Blur built right there. And this is the outdoor spot to his cafe. Local tortilla store. We buy our tortillas here. It costs approximately 16 cents, 15 cents for 2 1/4 pounds of tortillas. And you gotta bring your own sack. Here you see she's piling them up right here. Machine, you see that mix of tortillas. Come out 2 at a time. The local supermercado, or the grocery store. We purchase most of our sodas here. Here you could buy a bottle of soda for about 12, 13 cents if it's Coca-Cola, 14 cents if it's Squirt. And that's the bottle drinks. If you buy them by the cans for 66 cents. We drink a lot of sodas here, and being that they don't cost very much, we usually drink about 6 or 7 bottles. Or what they call the hardware store. They sell, as you can see, a variety of items here, from tricycles.
On a cliff overlooking the beautiful Destiladeras beach. It's about a 5-mile stretch of white sand beach. You see it now at high tide, so it's not quite looking like it does normally during the day, but the water is azure blue and the sand is white. And on an average weekend, you might get 70 people down here enjoying this beach. See a rocky promontory sticking out off of the very end of Vista Ladeiras Beach, and there are spots along the coast that are very rugged like this. Good for snorkeling and diving, or just bringing your chase lounge down and relaxing and enjoying the sunset while you're having a tropical drink.
This is Punta de Mita, and this is the construction site of where our restaurant is going to be. You can see all the material that we have. We have it fenced off there so it won't block off the street. Now what you see right here is approximately where the gate is going to be to take us in the restaurant, but that's not going to be up there when the restaurant is completed. We only have the kitchen portion of the restaurant finished and the bathrooms, and I'm going to show you back there to show you what it looks like in a second. But as we walk along the other side, we'll show you the dining room is going to be the area where the sand is right here. The entrance is going to be about right here. And we'll show you the restaurant that has been completed so far. Actually, the building itself has been constructed. The dining area, of course, is not going to have anything in particular. Okay, this is the kitchen of the restaurant that you see right here. Now actually, I'm not sitting on ground level. Ground level is really going to be, by the time we put up the sand, this will be the ground level right here. This point right here. So this is the counter where we're going to be shoveling up the food. And this is the restaurant itself right here. Now what you see right here, this little hole right here, on this side, those two, is the bathroom. We have a men and a women's bathroom. In the back, we also have a passageway, which we'll show you in a second as we get closer to it. And then this is the dining area that you see right here, this whole area here. Now, over here, as I'm pointing, you see the beginning of the foundation. So the wall that's going to be coming around here, it's only going to be about, up to about chest level, and it's going to be like a planter. We're going to put plants in there. So this is going to be the garden area. Now we're going to go in the kitchen and the passageway to show you inside the restaurant. Passageway for people to go to the bathroom. Here we have the men's toilet, the ladies' toilet, and in the back here, we're going to put our gas tanks. This is the door, going to be the doorway to the kitchen in here. So the kitchen is going to be right in here as we come on in. Okay, this is the kitchen. As you see, it's going to be fairly large. And bear in mind, once again, that the floor level is really right here. Now this here is going to be our back door. And when we remove those 5 bricks off of there, that's where our air conditioning unit is going to be. And this is the kitchen area. The sink will be sitting about right here. Air conditioner right here. To cook nice and cool. That's me. And in here, this area here, we'll have our wok. It's going to be gas wok. And then the stove will be here and the microwave there. Our steam table will be right in the middle here. And as we make our food, we walk on over there, lay it on the counter, and hand the food out to the waitress who will be bringing it out for the people to eat. So you can see that this then, once again, remember that we're not sitting this low. It's going to be this high off the ground. So this is the level where we shovel the food out. Now the color of this building, of course, it's not going to be like this. We still have to...
Hello. Today's Thanksgiving and we're continuing along with our video mail. Richard's in the kitchen. Let's ask him what he's doing.
Oh, hi, honey. Well, what we're doing today is we are catering 2 Thanksgivings dinners, and we're making an assortment of appetizers. What I'm doing now, of course, is I'm chopping up the shrimps to make our fried wontons with, and I'm using cilantro right here, which they seem to like a lot here, so we put it in our wonton, the fried wonton. Chopping up the batter to mix our fried wontons. Of course, we have to make our own wonton noodles here, which we did a couple of days ago, and we made quite a bit of noodles for 2 things. This one's our wonton, and then right here is our mix that we made for our egg rolls. We have our own secret recipe of the egg rolls. Also, on today's menu, we are making chicken, paper wrap chicken. And we have that already mixed up, and then we're going to have shrimp toast that we're going to be making. And besides that, we also are going to make some sweet and sour sauce. And then we have our chashu, which we'll show you where we have that at. We did that a couple of days ago also. This is our chashu, or roast pork. We're thawing it out because this was made earlier, and so we're going to thaw it out and we'll slice them up. And we are doing two parties. One party, I believe, is only about 15 people, somewhere along there. And the other party that we're doing is going to have over 40 people. Here you see the shrimp toast here. We're purposely laying it out so it'll dry out a little bit so we can smear our shrimps on it that we're going to fry and then have everything ready. One party is going to be about 3 o'clock or so, and the other one's going to be around 7. So we have more than enough time with a different assortment of appetizers on there. Well, here we are. This is our appetizer plate, which we have shrimp toast, egg rolls, chashu or roast pork, fried wontons, paper wrap chicken, and then in the middle we have our sweet and sour sauce. This is going to our first party, which we are getting ready to leave right now.
Today we're going to take you on a sightseeing tour and let you know some of the land that's available for sale. The sign behind me says, "For sale, se vende." And now we'll take you on a little excursion. This is one of the pieces of land that's for sale, and as you can see, the point out here would make a gorgeous view in all directions of Banderas Bay. If you look this way, you can see part of the rugged coastline.
There's a beautiful, beautiful butterfly here. We are now on our jungle walk. You can see that she opens and flops her wings back and forth. The beautiful green one. Gigantic spider on his web.
You want me to put my hand behind there for size?
Give you an idea of how big the spider is. Denise is going to put her hand behind the spider web to give you an idea.
Focus on him.
You see the spider right there. Again, try to get a close up on him. There's that spider right there. A spider. Looks like he got something wrapped in him. We don't quite know what it is. So we get closer. That's about the closest I can get to be in focus. Yeah, what's in there? Can you see what's wrapped in it?
Looks like a lizard.
Looks like a lizard, she says. Right? Brilliant orange flower with some red seeds in it, which is a sign for different birds to eat. There's plenty of these hanging around this area here, whatever they are, and the color attracts the birds. They fly. The forest had trees like this all over, with the strangler vines growing all around it. This is about what's left of this particular rainforest. They are beginning to take the roads down to build the Four Seasons complex. This is one of our favorite places to walk around. You can see that the tree itself is quite gigantic as we go up and look up the vines there. And you can see the roots strangling the tree as we look all the way up, and how it wraps around the tree. Eventually what happens is the middle of this tree dies, and then the vines survive that grows on it. A bright green iguana right there. You can see his tail sticking up. Get down.
Now, if I can't get close, let's move at the same time because I don't want to.
He is sitting right there, just looking at us. Beautiful iguana, bright green. He is right there. His eyes looking directly at us. He's not a very big iguana. I can see there his tail is right there. There's a bright orange butterfly that you're looking at right there. Flying around. It's black and yellow, I believe. There are two butterflies together now. They are fluttering around. Beautiful color. you see an orange one, butterfly. Just wait a minute, maybe he'll flutter his wings and take off. Interesting little orange fruit right here, as you can see. When they pop open, they have a red seed in them, like the one that we saw just a while ago. Pond, you can see it's green. But it probably bloom when it opens up. Near the end of our nature walk, we're almost down to the ocean side of the beach, where you could see butterflies flying around, all the different colored flowers, as you can see here. We have purple flowers, yellow flowers, so forth. And then the ocean side, as you can see down there. This is where we go snorkeling. Beautiful side of the beach, which we're going to be down in a few seconds. And we have a spider here. I can't quite see, but it's around there somewhere. There it is right there. He's moving now. You see him moving his legs. Looks like he got something caught in there. I don't know what. See the spider moving his legs up and down. What color is that spider?
Yellow and black.
Yellow and black. Stretch of coastline that very few people know about. Put the Lomita area. This is on the opposite side, on the ocean side. And along this beach is where they're planning to do the Four Seasons Hotel. As you can see, this is a Sunday and there's practically nobody here. In fact, as far as I can see along this beach right now, there's only one family playing around in the water here. Awesome. Now we usually going up behind those mountains that you see there, little hills, whatever. That area back there is where we usually do our snorkeling, way back there behind those two hills. That little mountain, as you see there, is going to eventually be made into a trail walk, I guess. And they're going to build villas up there. Beautiful set of beach here, which is going to be locked in and not accessible to locals or anybody except people who own villas here. Then in the snorkeling area, which is behind that little hill there, is where we go. According to the master plan of the Four Seasons, the ocean-built villas, views are going to be built somewhere along these hill right here. And then surrounding in that area is supposed to be the jungle, which is the jungle trail. Absolutely gorgeous, pristine beach, which, like I say, very few people even know about. Look at the wings on this butterfly. It's got a little blue lizard right there. Let's see if we get closer. Pretty fast. They usually take off on you when you get close. Yes. This is that strangler vine that we looked at earlier, a little bit farther back, and now you can see the whole tree with the vines coming down. Beautiful butterfly. There he is.
He's eating dinner. Hopefully not my finger. Are you filming?
Yeah.
Can I pull away?
Yeah.
Thank you.
looks like he's eating something. He may be a little bit out of focus because I'm kind of close to him, but we'll see.
That there are fungus growing all up and down the branches.
This is the new road that they're building in to go to Punta de Mita. That's the side that comes in. It cuts right through this, our nature walk spot. The trail that we take to go down the ocean is right there. And then the opposite side, which I'll show you, is the side of the road that's going to cut right through, going to Punta de Mita. The road came down from the main road that we used to walk down to go to the beach, and it's going straight on out. We're not going to walk all the way down there because who knows how far it is. It gives you an idea of what they're doing. This happened within the last week. For the model homes that they are building in Punta de Mita for the people. This one here that you see here is a 3-bedroom, and that's a 2-bedroom. What they're going to do is they're going to sell them to the people who originally was living in this area for $10,000 to $15,000. On the right-hand side, you can see that I'm sitting in my van, so you might see a part of my window, but by our house, one of the most fascinating little creature I've ever seen. It's a little spider that has a shell on him. He's got a yellow back. He's trying to climb the wall, but he keeps falling back. The only reason why he's able to climb up here is, not fall all the way down, is that he has a little webbing on him. That's kind of like a safety net. Now he's been trying to get up there and he can't pass that little round area there. So Denise is trying to help him up. So she's anchoring a piece of rock there so he could climb up. Looks like this time it did the trick. Look at the beautiful design on his back. Oops, he fell again this time.
See the way the spikes
Yeah.
balance him? And watch him, he'll get his web back.
You can see him climbing up again. Now let's see if we can get up there. We are back in Punta de Mita in the area where we go snorkeling. This is the area where Denise likes to go snorkeling. The water's pretty calm, and she'll be going in a little bit to show you where she snorkels. But on the way up today, she found a bunch of junk they call biofacts, and I'm going to have her show you what some of this stuff is. Okay, wait a minute, she'll be bringing it in 1 second, and I'll show you what they are. Just now, and here she's got some of the stuff that she found on our little nature walk today. What is all this stuff you got in your hand, Denise?
Well, Burley Lockwood would be proud of me. I'm still a member of the Vulture Committee. This is a skeleton of a snake that I found. The skull wasn't attached, but it's fairly complete. And then I've got some bones here that look like they probably belong to either a cow or a deer, and the buzzards have done a real good job of cleaning them up. This is a buzzard feather that I picked up to add to my collection. And then we've got some noses from various kinds of fish found in the area. And I haven't been able to identify those as such yet, but those are another tail piece, probably from a snake. Not sure, it could be from a sea snake. And pieces of coral that I thought were really attractive. And my pretty blue lobster tail that I found. So I'm adding to my biofact collection while I'm down here.
Now let's see, it looks like there were some more bones you picked up. They look like human bones. You sure that's not what it is?
No, I'm pretty sure that these all belong to either a cow or a deer. Because the bone is so thick, I'm saying that it's probably a cow.
That looks like the spine of a man and some ribs. I think you got a